Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. May is a great month for the world of boxing. Now, it was supposed to be kicked off with Canelo Chavez Jr., which did great numbers, over 1 million. The official number hasn't come out, but it's projected to be over 1 million. Fight didn't really deliver. Canelo looked good, and he advances to a September fight we're all looking for against Gennady Golovkin. But there are some good fights coming up. Kell Brook, Errol Spence at the end of the month. But just before that, week before that, you have Mayweather promotion, easy work, Gervonta Tank Davis, and he's going against his mandatory UK British fighter Liam Walsh. Now, they just did a conference call, and I want to read some quotes from Tank Davis and just give some thoughts. Yesterday, Tank was running with Floyd Mayweather, so it's good to see them training together, working together. And Tank Davis had this to say on the conference call: "To be completely honest, I'm just on another whole different level. Not to write Liam Walsh off. He's a British fighter." He's basically saying, not just saying, oh, he's a British fighter, we're not really worried, but I'm on a whole different level right now. Liam Walsh, he's a good fighter. We can't take nothing away from him. He's my mandatory, so we're taking him pretty serious. I actually looked at a couple of fights, and he's a decent fighter. I'm just on another level. My mind, my skills, I'm on another level than what he's saying and what he's comparing himself to. Now, this is a good fight. I think it's a good fight, the rightful fight, where Tank Davis is 22. I really like Tank, man. I like his style. That's obviously appealing, but I like fights where fighters show me something. And some of you guys might not relate and know what I'm talking. What do you mean, Ego? What do you mean show you something? I just mean fights where there is some kind of uphill battle or something they have to overcome. And Jose Pedraza was taller than Tank Davis. He had respectable pop, you know what I mean? You can't just chump him. He had way more experience. Guys like fighting Stephen Smith or Edner Cherry, another guy who can crack and never been stopped. I thought he lost the Edner Cherry fight. I gotta watch it again. I remember it being close. But nonetheless, he was the reigning champion with title defenses, and he had been doing his thing. Tank Davis had to overcome the height and reach advantage, and just the better pro names on Pedraza's resume. I mean, one fighter that comes to mind that's being linked up with Tank right now is my friend Tevin Farmer, and Pedraza stopped him, albeit it was early in Farmer's career and he kind of got back to the basics and had to learn on the job, and he's looked exceptional since then. It's still a great name, you know what I mean? It's just like, you can't take that away from him. He still fought a version of Tevin Farmer whenever they fought, and he stopped him. And Tevin Farmer has a defense. Maybe he wasn't as developed, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that's the reality of it. If you go to BoxRec, Wikipedia, and you go to Jose Pedraza's name, you're gonna see Tevin Farmer on it, and you're gonna see a W next to it, right? That's just what it goes down to. I mean, you could say the same thing with Sergio Martinez. Was he the fighter that he would later become when he got stopped by Antonio Margarito? Probably not. But at the end of the day, that's a hell of a name to have in your resume. You could be like, hey, guess what? I beat Miguel Cotto, even though he probably cheated in that fight. And I beat Sergio Martinez. I beat this guy and this guy. You know what I mean? It's still a great name to add. And it's almost a testament that even if you beat them as they're developing, you were able to beat someone who was later able to bounce back from that loss and go on to do great things. Just like Mayweather beating Canelo. You beat Canelo, he was 23, and he's later still has a great career. You know what I'm saying? And he obviously is mentally tough, and he has a skill set. You see that in his fights. He really shut Chavez Jr. out. But I like that, and that's what I like seeing with young fighters. Put them in there with potential adversity. And some people may not understand it or think that this is the case, but at age 22, everybody, if you're a new champion, first title defense, I feel like anybody could spoil your night because you're not even all the way proven. Like, you know what you can do. Your team that has been with you since you were amateur. Tank Davis has a pretty deep amateur record. I didn't realize he had like over 200 Emmys. But you and your team really know what you can do, more so than the whole world, because your team has seen you and they've been on the same journey with you. So I think this is a rightful fight. It's a mandatory fight, so he had to take it as a champion. And I like what it shows, that he's willing to fight in Walsh's backyard, because that could be pressure. Anything he lands, you know how the British fight fans, they're coming off of the high of one of their own, Anthony Joshua, stopping Klitschko in London, 90,000 people, and the British fans have been lit in general, so you know how it goes. British UK fighters, sometimes they get scoring that always goes their way. You know what I mean? I thought Andre Dirrell beat Carl Froch, competitive fight, but I had Dirrell winning. They didn't give it to Dirrell. Martin Murray versus Gabe Rosado just recently happened, I think last month. A lot of people, most people probably thought Gabe Rosado edged that one out, and they gave it to Martin Murray. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely have to deal with that. Some people are worried for Errol Spence Jr. going in against Kell Brook. Those are things you have to consider. And Tank Davis is just telling you, I'm not even worried about it because I'm on another level. My skills are going to show up. And I like that. And I like what that represents, because not everyone's a road warrior. Like Sergey Kovalev, he's a road warrior. He stopped Nathan Cleverly in his backyard, stopped Jean Pascal twice in his backyard. He fought Andre Ward on the West Coast, you know what I mean, controversial fight, even though he lost it, you know what I'm saying? So this shows me something about Tank's pedigree, because like I said, anytime Liam Walsh lists, he has decent power from his record and stuff. He hasn't fought any world level people, but still, he's taller than Tank Davis, and the crowd, the British fans are lit. So anytime he lands something that scores, or like let's say he lands a big shot, they're gonna go ham for their fighter. So you have to be prepared for all of that. You know what I mean? A close fight, sometimes when you're fighting in hostile territory, close fight might not cut it. So I like this confidence from the young scrapper. I like Tank Davis. I think he has a bright future if he stays on track. You know what I mean? Keeps winning, keeps developing, and keep wanting to grow. But I heard there were some rifts with Tank Davis at a point in time with him and Mayweather, but it's good to see them back together. Everything looks, at least on the outside, looks like it's cool. They're training together. I seen Tank Davis was in Mayweather and he was holding up the money team towel. So these are all good signs, good indications. Let me know what you guys think. What's your thoughts of Tank Davis? And obviously the fight to build up would be a Tank Davis and like a Vasyl Lomachenko if he's still at 130, but there's a lot of great fights. Even guys at 126 that may want to come up. There's a lot of big fights that could be made in the future. He just has to keep winning and keep developing. Let me know your thoughts. Tank said he's on a whole nother level from Liam Walsh. If you're from the UK or you're really experienced with Liam Walsh, let me know what kind of thoughts you have on him. I've seen some people from England who are like, yeah, don't sleep on Liam Walsh. But let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video. Like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.